There are 5 weapons you already own, but you've never learned to use them. Not force, not money, not luck. Something quieter, something colder. Machiavelli didn't teach men to be loud. He taught them to be unreadable. And the men who rule rooms, who rule companies, who rule their own lives without asking permission, they all mastered the same 5 things. Today I'm giving you all 5. Use them carefully. This is how ordinary men become dangerous. 1. Strategic silence, the weapon of the unreadable. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is information security. Every word you speak is a door you leave open, and the more doors you open, the easier it is for someone to walk in and map you your fears, your triggers, your next move. Machiavelli warned that everyone sees what you appear to be, but few experience what you really are. That's not comfort. That's a weapon, and most men never pick it up. Here's what happens when you speak rarely. Your words stop being noise and start becoming weight. People lean in. They wait. They interpret your stillness as depth, even when you're simply choosing not to hand them anything. Meanwhile, the man who reacts to everything, who explains himself, who defends himself, who narrates his every emotion, he's already lost. He's shown his hand before the game even started. Think about the last time someone tried to provoke you, and you said nothing. Did it frustrate them more than any comeback could? That's not an accident. That's the mechanism. When you withhold your reaction, you deny your rivals the one thing they need to hurt you: data. No reaction, no pressure point, no leverage. You become a locked room, and locked rooms don't get robbed. This doesn't mean you disappear. It means you choose. You choose what the world sees, and you choose what stays buried. Because the moment they can predict your reaction, they can control it. And the moment they can control your reaction, they control you. 2. The theater of power, curating the myth. Here's an uncomfortable truth: reality isn't what's true. Reality is what the masses can be made to believe is true. Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, meaning people respond to what they see, not what actually exists underneath it. If you understand this, you stop trying to be understood and start deciding how you want to appear. This is not lying. This is architecture. You are building a frame, and once that frame exists, people stop looking at you and start looking through the frame you built. You wear a mask of virtue not to deceive for its own sake, but because the man who controls perception controls the emotional weather around him. He decides when people feel safe, when they feel small, when they feel like they need to prove themselves to him. Look at anyone who commands a room without raising their voice. They didn't get there by explaining every decision. They got there by curating exactly what gets seen and burying everything else. Tone, timing, mystery. These aren't decoration. They're control mechanisms. Control the frame, and you control the rhythm of every reaction aimed at you. 3. Internal sovereignty, the death of approval seeking. There's a version of you still waiting for permission, waiting to be told you're good enough, smart enough, ready enough. That version of you is the leash every manipulator, every doubting friend, every controlling partner holds on to, because as long as you need their approval, they own a piece of you. The ultimate evolution of power isn't wealth. It's approval independence. The point where your internal standards no longer require external confirmation to feel settled. You stop asking, "Do they think I'm doing well?" and start asking, "Am I doing what I said I'd do?" That shift alone kills more manipulators than any argument ever could, because you can't threaten a man who needs nothing from you. Kill the child inside you that's still raising its hand, still waiting to be picked. Once that child is dead, you become nearly impossible to manage. People can offer you validation, and you simply won't need it. They can withhold approval, and you won't flinch. A man who needs nothing from the world carries his sovereignty with him everywhere, into every room, every negotiation, every relationship. He isn't performing confidence. He's simply not for sale. 4. calculated dependency, being needed over being liked. Being liked feels good. It also means nothing, because liking is a mood, and moods change overnight. One bad interaction, one misunderstanding, one jealous comment from someone else, and the person who liked you yesterday resents you today. Liking has no foundation. It's sand. Being needed is different. Being needed is architecture. If your peers, your team, your family cannot function properly without your specific value, your judgment, your stability, your skill, you're no longer optional. You're structural. And structural things don't get removed. They get protected. This isn't about becoming a martyr or overextending yourself for everyone. It's about positioning your value so precisely that when people think about access, stability, or a steady hand in chaos, your name is the only one that comes to mind. Once someone depends on you for that, you don't need to raise your voice or issue commands. You already own the rhythm of how they think and plan quietly, permanently, without asking for it. 5. The shadow strike, the law of the finished fact. This is the one most men break constantly, and it costs them everything. The law of the finished fact says this: never announce your next move until it's so deeply rooted that nothing can uproot it, not to your friends, not to your family, not even to the people who love you, because love doesn't stop someone from planting doubt. Here's why this matters. The moment you share an unfinished plan, you release the exact pressure that was driving you to finish it. You already felt seen. You already felt like you accomplished something, even though nothing exists yet. And while you're out there feeling validated, the people you told are quietly building walls, doubts, warnings. Are you sure? Isn't that risky walls placed directly between you and the thing you wanted to build? Move in absolute silence instead. Let the plan live only in your hands until it's real. When you finally act, you're not moving at the speed of explanation. You're moving at the speed of fate, sudden, finished, undeniable. The world doesn't get the chance to argue with your intentions because your intentions were never on the table. All they get is the result. And a finished result doesn't ask for permission. It forces everyone around you to reorganize their entire understanding of who you are. Silence protects the plan. Distance protects the myth. Sovereignty protects your mind. Being needed protects your position, and the finished fact protects your power. Master these 5, and you stop being a man people think they understand. You become a man they have to watch. If this hits something in you, you already know which one you've been breaking. Type it in the comments, then go fix it in silence.